Okay, gonna do video about the interior lights, particularly this overhead front console on the Range Rover Evoque. So the earlier Evoques had standard bulbs in there. They're these sort of T10 wedge bulbs, and you can upgrade these to LED types. And I've got some, and I'll put the blue ones in here, which you can see the standard bulb here is sort of quite a yellowy. We got some blue ones, we got some white ones as well. They're much better. There's a few things to note about this. So this plastic has got like a film, a conductive film, and it must sense that you're touching it, so you can touch these bits. One thing to be careful of here, bear with me, this video will ramble a bit, but it is worth listening to. If you press and hold this, if you watch the display here, you can actually disable. So if I press and keep holding it will disable the interior lights, and it'll come up with a message. You see that? Interior lights off, okay? And if I press and hold it again, hold on, here we go, it will come back and say they're on again. Right, auto, there we go. So if you think you've broken everything while you're messing with your interior lights, that's most likely what you've done, okay?
So that's if none of your lights work.
If none of your lights work, oh my god, I've broken everything, she's going to kill me. That's what you need to do, just press and touch and keep the faith, and that'll bring everything back. Right, so having said that, now we have done some videos, and you can remove the three bulbs in here by getting in behind here. Okay, it'll turn on and it'll get itself all a bit excited.
Is it that side or the other side?
Was it the other side? It's the other side. Alright, hold on, let's... There. Now it flips down. Now, be careful. Because this is this conductive super wizard see-through conductive stuff on here, it goes up and there's a little spring at the back, and I'll show you that. But some guy at Land Rover has written to me and said, oh, you need to be a bit careful. Lifting this and rotating this down too many times could stress the special cable they've got in this hinge. And so they're a bit worried about that. So the proper way, because you can actually then pull the bulbs out in here, you can get in here, and we have done another video, and you can pull the bulbs out and swap them over, because they're just pull out bulbs. Let's see if I can pull out. I'm not going to pull out the hot one, I'm going to pull out one of these LED ones I've done here. Oh my goodness me, it is a bit of a fiddle, to be fair, when you don't want to be pulling that hinge down too much. But if you get your little pinkies in there, you can pull out. And so that's the, in fact, let me see, I'll show you. It'll just, see, it doesn't work with it down, so it must be, let me see if I can get this hot one out. Oh, cool wet grass. There we go. So that's the type. So you can do that, and you can just pop in an LED one that you can buy from us or someone else. Couple of things to note. Sometimes they're polarized, so you'd have to put it in one way, it might work, and then put it in the other way if it doesn't work. Most of the ones we sell, we try and make sure are not polarized, so it doesn't matter which way around you plug it in. But watch that with some of them. Right, what else are we going to do? Right, so what's the proper way of doing it? If you don't want to risk damaging this little hingy bit, let me just close that back up for now. Whoop, go on. There you go. So there's three bulbs in there, all the same. What, T10 I would call them. And they got like a W5W or something. The Japanese call it. Are they 901s, they call them? Right then. So there's two prongs at the front. You aren't going to get this console assembly down by levering the front down. You've got to get these back corners out. Now it's a bit of a fight, because the clips they use on here are fierce. So I don't know, let me try and get a little, alright, let's have a look. I can't remember how I did this just a minute ago. Alright, oh, he is, we've got to fight this bad boy out. Oh, alright, there we go. Alright, but this, alright, there we go. So yeah, you see how I did that? Right, now let's have a look what's going on here, and it's probably best if you just, there's a little pin on the inside there. Okay. Oh, awesome. Right, I'll show you. Right, let me see if we can see. Probably tricky. But there's a little bit, you've got to just push that little bit there, and that will release this connector. So there we go. So this is the module we're looking at. Okay, and so you can actually see that there's three little bulb holders here, and you can twist them, and there you go, you've got a bulb. This one's got an LED one, which wasn't very bright, you might have noticed. And so you can just swap the bulbs over, whichever type you like. Now if you're getting some of these ones that we've got, you'll notice they've only got LEDs on one side, and that's because when it's up here, you really want it projecting down, you don't want it projecting up. So we've got these ones. So when you fit them in here, so we're going to want that one facing the lens. So we can put that one in. Now you can put them in two ways. Here we go. That's going to face in. But yeah, sorry, right. So these are too big. You can't actually get them in or out because they're too wide.
Can you get them in if you put them in and twist them?
I don't think you can, because it's just, no, I can't twist it.
Okay.
Not even by, I know what you're saying. You might be able to sort of half pull it out like that. We see where it's a bit thinner there, but that's a bit dodgy. If you're using the ones that are bigger than a standard bulb, you're going to have to go in through the front, okay? If you're using the smaller ones, excuse me, I'm dying here. You can whip that in and then get that to wherever the little lugs are and do that, okay? Right, what's this ribbon cable they're getting all stressed about? Let's have a little look, shall we? So it was that front edge one that we had to... Okay, so we can't really see much, but we can see there is a hinge in there, and that's what they're not wanting you to stress and pull that down too much, okay? And then you can see a little bit easier at this angle what you've got to do to get in and pull the bulb out. And then if we want to fit this type, okay, we'll have that pointing down. You can go in. It's probably not a great video, sorry. There, okay. So yeah, let's fit all. So we're going to upgrade this now. But again, this isn't sort of recommended, and there is a risk that you will. Right, and that one. There is a risk you will damage your thing, according to Land Rover. Although we've done this 20 times with this car and we've been fine. So as long as you're careful, I think you're okay. But I've warned you. Right, so we clip that back in. We're all done. We're all good. They're all tight. And that's where the connector goes. What else we got on there? Some ultrasonics. Right, so they're the two little pins that go into the front. So you've got to locate these two pins first. And there is a little clip on the side here as well. But it's these metal ones. Sometimes these metal clips can ping off. So sometimes you might have to fish around. But these ones seem like they're sticking on there well and truly. Don't forget to plug your connector back in. Plug that in. Oop. Right. And then that's it. Find those two little holes at the front. How's that looking at the front here? That looks alright, doesn't it?
Yep.
And then push it up, and then there you go. It actually clips in real nice. Let's have a look if we got. Look at that. So we're all working. So we've had this apart a few times, and we're all fine. Only other note is that some of the LEDs don't fade very well. So the other thing to look at when you're looking at LEDs is when you lock the car, where's the key? They should turn off and fade. So if I can find the key, I must have it on me somewhere because it let me start it. Let me lock it and then let's see if we can see them fade. Here we go. Oh. See that fade? Some of them, when they fade, they start flickering and doing weird stuff. So that's the only other thing to look out for when you're buying LED bulbs. Right, good luck with all of that.